Welcome to the Brant and Sherry Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To order Brant's latest book, Life is Hard, God is Good, Let's Dance, or to find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.
He was really depressed, he was really mad, and he said he wanted to die. His name is Elijah in the Bible. What did God do?
Yeah.
Did God smack him around? Did he say, horrible things? No. He sent him some food, and then he basically said, you need to take a big old nap. Right?
Yes. Here's a snack, and then lay down, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's just a reminder, A, that God loves us, and B, there's something quite real about our needs for rest and actually for a snack sometimes. Sometimes we just like to sit on the rocking chairs on the whole front porch, and we think about the old days.
Yeah.
Because we're old enough to look back at stuff and wow, kids won't even understand.
Okay.
We had to text. I'm not making this up. We used our phones back in the day. If you're not old enough, you won't remember. But we didn't have like a QWERTY keyboard.
Right.
So we'd have to you know what I'm saying?
I do. Each number was associated with 3 letters.
So you have to press the number 6 like 3 times to get an L or whatever.
That's right. Yes, that's right.
And that was really hard.
Yes, it was.
But because we're so adaptive, after a while, you can figure it out, and people got really adept at it.
That's true.
I got okay at it. It took me a long time. I got okay at it.
Yeah.
And then we switched out of it.
Right.
So that's a skill that's not coming back.
It's never coming back.
No one cares. We developed this incredible ability to communicate.
Yes, this shortcut way of communicating.
It'll never be used by humans again. Oh, that's true. We were just talking about Elijah. It's such a wild story. It's a great story. Where he has this showdown, and it's spectacular.
Yeah.
It's a big W. He gets the win, okay, over the bad guys.
Right.
You can read about it. I mean, it's a capital W.
It is.
Walk off, even.
And he does a lot of trash talking,
He did some trash talking.
It's all of that. Yeah.
He won without question,
Right.
and he walked off, and he was super depressed after that.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have learned, and I think maybe this will apply to you too as you're listening, or at least watch this in yourself. When I have something big that happens, maybe it's a big trip or a big assignment or something, and even if it goes really well, when it's over, I hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
Like it was just, I may just be numb or depressed. I just noticed that's a thing, and I can see it with Elijah too. After this spectacular win, and it's like, okay, now what is this? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
And I just point that out because a lot of times we can become aware of that and then expect it actually, and then walk with God through it. Just knowing, okay, I know why I feel this way. So this is a reminder, and I hope it's encouraging to you actually. But sometimes we think, okay, if I'm doing the will of God, if I'm in God's will, I'm going to be successful. That's not quite how it works out. If you think about success in typical terms, cultural terms.
your definition of success.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So if the idea of success, I'm using I'm doing the air quotes right now, not necessarily going to follow that thing. So if you're like, well, this isn't working out, like it should have been a gigantic success, payoff, the numbers, the dollars or whatever, like, look at Jesus. There's no way, like it would look at points of his life and go, that's worldly success right there. But it's not that he wasn't doing the will of his Father. There's no way you would look at him being mocked or on the cross, penniless, being executed as a common criminal. Like, that guy's successful. You wouldn't. Now, in the real outlook of success, he's obviously a success, but that's not the worldly way of measuring things isn't the way to go. Wow, people are already talking back to school. They're already talking football.
Oh, they're talking football. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. What do you call it? The camp
training
thing.
camps.
Yes,
and
that's
preseason
all that.
on it,
Sure.
starting up.
Yeah.
Still like this idea to make it more fun.
Okay, still working on this.
If the game's a blowout, let's say it's 20. You're 20 points or more down.
Okay.
You can score 50 points
by
making anybody on the opposing bench start laughing. You could do some kind of routine, but if any of them break
a smile, how many points are you getting?
50.
50 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna, like, if you're on the bench on the other team, you better hold it together, right? You gotta lock it. Would that not be entertaining to watch?
I actually do think that'd be entertaining. I can't believe I'm saying.
You might draft people just because they're really funny. That guy, he runs a 4.8, but
he's so funny.
He's a stitch. So, just being honest, I used to think that maybe God had given up on me, and I struggled with that when I was young, maybe around 18, 19, because I just didn't feel him around. I didn't know. I knew I was a sinner. I was caught up in stuff, of course, and I thought maybe he's like, you know what, you're disgusting. I wasn't good enough, and I bring that up because it's interesting if you feel that way. Go back to the cross again. Think about that whole scene. It's kind of hard to imagine that Jesus would go through all of that only to give up later on me. Like, he paid for everything. Like, we can get so disgusted with ourselves, but he didn't do that for no reason. And the reason it was so, and Sherry's good about pointing this out, the reason it was such a bloody scene and a horrible scene is because what we do matters. Like, that's why it was so violent, and that's why the blood was so real, but it was enough. Hey, this is Brant. We've all heard of win-win scenarios. This is like win-win, win-win-win. Check this out. Right now, you can seriously grow your savings. America's Christian Credit Union is offering the best 12-month certificate rate in the nation. It's a limited time thing, but you want to get on this 4.75%, which is outstanding. And you can get started with as little as $1,000. It's called a term share certificate, which is like a CD, but again, the win-win thing. It has a mission too. Your money stays safe, earns interest, and supports great things too. That's what America's Christian Credit Union does. It helps with Christian schools, missions work, funding adoptions, some awesome stuff. But you want to lock in this rate right now before it drops, 4.75%. Here's how to jump on it. Go to americaschristiancu.com/Brant. America's Christian Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Go to americaschristiancu.com/BRANT. Oh, look at this. We have an animal news story that is just breaking.
Okay, just breaking.
Coming in from England, a university there, the University of Lincoln in UK, has been studying, and this is something we've all wondered about, like, about tortoises. Like, what kind of outlook on life do they have?
We've all been wondering about that.
Are they optimistic?
Sure.
Are they pessimistic?
Yeah.
Do they have feelings about the future?
Okay.
And they have concluded that, yes, they do have feelings.
How do they know that, Brant?
I can explain the methodology. I don't think you'll be interested. I'm just telling you that.
But you do know the methodology.
I do.
And you trust it.
Yeah. It has to do with feeding patterns. Okay. But look, the point is, they can be optimistic. Some are more pessimistic. Which is a big deal because they can live to be like 200. So you want them to have a good attitude.
Of course.
You don't want to be stuck with a
time to be pessimistic.
Fatalistic tortoise for 200 years. What a drag. What a
Here comes Bob
drag.
again.
Oh, there he is. He's so slow, too. Sometimes you can just read something and kind of blow through it. You know, realize, wait a second. Go back. Wait a second. That's really brilliant. In Proverbs, this is some of the best advice ever. Proverbs 15:17. Here's what it says. You can just kind of blow over this, but better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a fattened ox and hatred with it. Think about that. So better to have a meal that's just almost nothing, but there's love, there's peace, than having everything, the nicest stuff, and not having the peace.
So true.
It is so true. But think about that, prioritizing everything in life. How much am I going to work? How stressed out am I going to be? There's not going to be peace in my home if I like.
And please hear us. Do this young. You don't have to wait till you're old to figure this out.
Right. You decide like what better is the non-fancy dinner where there's love and there's peace than where there's not. Even if you have all the other trimmings, like that's just not worth it. It says here, the average parent feels like a bad parent 3 times a week. So that's 156 times per year. That's a lot.
Yeah.
But that's totally relatable. But, that's so common, which is why it's a great idea if you know parents, say you're not one, or maybe you've had your day where the kids are out of the house, like to encourage parents. What you're doing is so important. You are cut out for this. Everybody feels like they're blowing it. It's an art. It's an art form. It's not just math. There's the finish line. There is no finish line right now. I mean, it's very hard to feel like you're doing a good job. But keep going. Keep doing this thing. It's just what you're doing. It's the highest art form. Found in my entrepreneurial notes. I come up with business ideas all the time.
Yes, yeah.
I found this one. I think the time is now for this. I really do.
What is it?
You remember McGrinders?
Oh, McGrinders. What was that? That was you making your own glasses?
Yeah.
Yes.
McGrinders.
I'm so sad that's in my
McGrinders
mind.
Discount Optical.
Yes.
You grind your own lenses.
Why is the time now?
I just feel like people they like DIY stuff. It'd be at the mall.
Yes.
Like right next to Build-A-Bear. I mean, you can build your own glass. Like it's the same concept.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Why am I engaging this? I don't know.
What's the mascot? It would be Grindy the owl. It'd be like an owl that has glasses, and his name is Grindy. That would be it'd be like the cartoon.
That was not the question I was going to ask.
Okay, well, I'm around for more questions. Jesus is so interesting in so many ways, and one of them is like think about this, all the rabbis, all the other teachers, they're blown away by his knowledge, but it's not just his knowledge. They're experts as scribes and Pharisees and, educated people. They're experts at citing authority, coming up with authority, like, well, I'll cite this authority, that authority, I'll mix these together and then I'll see. So they're always in this engaged argument.
Right.
Jesus is like, I'm the authority. Yeah. And that's where he's speaking from. It amazed people. People kept commenting on it.
That he spoke like one who had authority.
Yeah. So he's not just one of the guys, right? He's like, okay, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father.
Yeah.
Everything that you've studied points to me. That's amazing. It's so much more. Like if you just had this cartoon idea of who Jesus is, you'd be like, oh yeah, he was this nice guy that just said, hey, everybody get it. Like, no, there's something much bigger going on there. I don't know what this phenomenon is, but I'm sure there's a name for it.
Okay.
But it's in that article we were talking about secular praise music. The Yahoo Entertainment article says, everyone is listening to secular praise music. Yes, even you. Artists like Benson Boone, Teddy Swims, and Alex Warren, none of whom, I think I've heard of Teddy Swims.
I didn't know anybody.
Have tapped into a genre of music that sounds religious but isn't, and it's working. Okay, so I looked them up on Spotify. I don't find anything particularly remarkable about the songs.
Okay.
That's just me.
Uh-huh.
But the songs have 1.5, 2 billion listens.
Okay.
But the phenomenon I'm interested in isn't so much the music or the article they've written about it. Nothing wrong with this per se, but it's more the comments.
On the article?
Yeah, which I just find really interesting. This could be any article of that sort or anything you bring up. I'm always thrown by this. As a speaker, I'm always trying to get around this reaction. Where, like, here's the first comment. I've never heard of the singers, let alone the songs. I couldn't care less about them.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's 2 billion listens.
Yes.
So the article is about something that's going on in the culture.
Yeah.
The next comment, well, I don't listen to the radio. I definitely don't listen to these songs. I've never even heard of these artists. I listen to Metallica and Pearl Jam and Green Day. I'll rock to Jimmy Buffett any day.
Great. Thank you for that.
Right.
Yes.
So why is it always compressed through the lens of you when it's about an idea?
Yeah.
It's like scraping nails on a chalkboard to me, that phenomenon, because I love talking about ideas. I love it at dinner. I love it, like, if we can get on ideas, then I'm off to the races. But if it's just going to be, well, I this, I that. Okay, I don't know what to do with that. Here's the next comment. Yeah, well, I've never, it literally says, even you are listening to this music? And then they go on to name a bunch of songs and artists I've never heard of. That's the next comment.
Yeah.
So it's just the same thing. I've never heard of this stuff before. I certainly never listened to it. I guess I'm one of the lucky ones who escaped it. So you haven't heard it, but you're lucky to escape it.
Yeah. And you took the time to comment.
Yeah.
That's always what I'm like. If this is so insignificant,
Yeah, you took the
time, because it's not easy. Like, you got to
Right.
click it in my email.
tell you
address,
shouldn't be right about
yeah.
this.
They do
You that all the time. Say that all the time.
Yeah, you know what? Ideas, I almost said that I've given up on ideas, but I won't say that. But they're so, gosh, this sounds so, it's hard because, how do I say it? I was just talking with a young person. Let me put it in the frame of a story. I was just talking with a young person who I was expecting this phenomenon from. Like, why? And she is studying art, and she's going for her master's. And I didn't have the heart to tell her, like, where are you going? What are you going to do with that master's, right?
Sure.
But she's so into it.
Yeah.
And she was talking about her thesis, and then talking about there's not a lot of scholarship on this, so then I have to do that, and then that. And the ideas around it, it was so bracing to talk to her. And I said, what do you do on social media? We were just talking about pop culture. And she said, and I had to get off of that because it was just too much. It was all kinds of, so she didn't really have like an algorithm feeding her, which I think opens you. People think it doesn't, but I do think it opens you to ideas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because without it, you only really do have you being fed back to you.
Yeah, it doesn't actually bring any streams of, there are areas of interest for me that I don't know exist.
Yeah.
That I know that if I find out about it, I'll be interested.
Yeah.
I've never knew that before.
Right.
That's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then the implications when you can bring all these streams in, but it's never going to happen if it's just me being reflected back to me. That's exactly right.
Yeah. So when she said, oh, did you know this? Did you know that these artists are, here, around here, and they did this during the Civil? And I was like, what? No, I didn't. And I think that that's one of the things that we need is more of us talking to each other.
Right.
To our face to face.
Yeah, and not just through the lens of the thing I'm already interested in.
Right.
Like, this is my thing, and if you can bring it in my thing, then we talk, okay, it relates to my thing, but it's like there are a billion things.
Yeah.
And it can shed light on other stuff you're interested in.
Yes.
Oh, didn't know that. No idea.
Yeah.
Here's the next one from someone whose name on the thing, username is Logic. Proud to not know any of these people or their songs. More proud that my teen can sing along with Jethro Tull, Yes, Pink Floyd, and Boston.
Well, that you know what? That's
awesome.
That's actually the answer. Probably is pride.
Proud, yeah, right. Proud to know. Now, I've never heard of them.
Right.
But I'm proud.
Yeah.
That I've never heard.
Yes.
Of these people.
I honestly do think there's a little bit of that. If everybody else knows it, everybody else does it, not me. I'm not like everyone else. I'm unique.
Right.
I'm the one.
It's so not unique too. What's funny too is the photos of these artists. There's nothing about the artists you look at and go, "Oh, I'm glad I don't listen to their music."
Yeah.
Not like Kiss,
right,
or something from back in the day, which would be like squarely in the. Well, I'm proud that I haven't listened to these people. I listen to these people.
Yeah, no, the proud is I think the proud is I'm standing out. I just think there's a level of pride there that I don't do what everyone else does. I'm unique. Everyone is kind of
so not
fighting for their little. But
that's what's so interesting though. Like this reaction of everything through me is so not unique.
That's exactly.
It's so not.
That's right. Yeah.
So this article is also interesting too because it talks about some of the language that's used to seem like it's sort of Christian. It seems like church songs or whatever. Fine. But it does remind me of one song that I have heard people sing non-ironically at church or at Christian things, and it's Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen.
Okay.
It's not a Christian song.
I've always been confused by that song.
It's not.
I won't pretend like I know it.
It's quite not, actually.
Okay.
It's quite not.
I always wondered.
Yeah, it's
What
it's not even neutral.
Okay.
It's not.
What is the
Spend some time with it.
What's the context of it? Do you know why it was written? Who he was?
I don't know
What's
the context.
story of it?
I don't know much about him. Like I can read the lyrics
Okay,
and go,
yeah.
okay, this is okay. You can say the word hallelujah.
Okay. So the lyrics
So?
are not God-centered.
No, it's actually kind of like no.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
Just a big no.
fascinating. Yeah, that's fascinating. I've never understood. I've never listened to the song long enough. Now I sound like those people. I never listened to
well, you're proud of it. I
proud.
see that.
I'm so proud that me and my family would never listen to a song
I'm
like
proud
that.
to say that whatever you like.
I don't like because I'm so much better.
Don't even know what you're talking about.
My eyes are on him,
I've
not
been
you.
spared other people's music that I've never heard, but I know it's terrible.
The Brant and Sherry Oddcast, sponsored by America's Christian Credit Union. To find out more about the show, go to BrantHansen.com.